welcome to Help Desk with Joe. This is show number 132. We're live here in the Patch Turned Up studio in Spencer, West Virginia. And with me, as always, Justin.
Morning.
And Joe.
Morning, guys.
Yeah, welcome to Joe's show with Justin.
It's Joe's show. We're just here for support.
The Morning Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a show on something, right?
I think so.
I think so, or at least it used to be.
Anyway, we're stealing it. The Morning Joe. Get your dose of Joe in the morning. And Justin. We're just discussing stuff going on here around town. We're getting ready to start the Fun Run series back and Walk series, which we know is very popular. And of course, A&M Digital Technologies, one of our sponsors for that. And
doing
do
a
the
giveaway.
The special giveaway prizes. And we have on board so far Jack Garrett Ford, of course, the title sponsor for the Fun Run series. This whole thing was Quentin Keaton's idea.
Mm-hmm.
Spearheaded the project, put a ton of effort into it, so we really appreciate everything Quentin does in front and behind the scenes.
As if he doesn't have enough to do.
I know. You know, for a local businessman, he keeps the community hopping with new ideas and innovative things to do and to stay busy with. So, very, very proud to be associated with Jack Garrett Ford and Quentin Keaton. Of course,
and a shout out to his wrestling academy, Alpha Wrestling. Did you
Yeah.
see the results of that?
No.
I think over the weekend, I could be wrong. I think it's 4 or 5 Roane County wrestlers are making it to the tournament.
Going on the state tournament?
Yeah.
Nice. Yep. I know he's big in the wrestling scene, big in the fitness scene, and big in the business scene. But we also have Family Health Care, as always, and Run General Hospital, two of our major supporters for just about everything we do. Poca Valley Bank, and who also is our bank and big supporter. And Justin, I know I'm leaving out 2 or 3 there. A&M Digital Technologies.
Handy Mart.
Yeah, Handy Mart, always a big partner for all our fitness stuff, especially our soccer programs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mountain State Awards. And I feel like there's one more. Maybe not.
Family Health Care?
Yeah.
Is that mentioned? Okay.
So anyway, good stuff going on in the community. Lots of great stuff going on in the community. And of course, A&M Digital Technologies powers everything behind the scenes.
Yeah, folks have been clamoring for another race. I've had a number of people, hey, when's the next race going to be? They've been cooped up all winter and
yeah, time to get outside.
Ready to get out there.
It's going to be like 77 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We should have scheduled a race for tomorrow, but you scheduled it on the day it's going to rain.
I was going to say, if Justin's schedule, it'll rain.
Earthquake, I heard, maybe. It's coming.
So, yeah.
Change it up a little bit. Everybody's tired of the rain.
We just finished up with youth basketball, had their championship weekend. Everything went really smooth this season, so many thanks to Corey and Jane Clarkson and all their help, and of course Tom King, who runs our soccer programs, our basketball programs, and Justin, I know you put in a ton of work. Had your sidekick Trevor Ward with you.
Yep, got to have him there.
And of course this championship weekend was streamed live and broadcast live by WVRC with Andrew Miller, and of course Joe, I think you had a part in that.
No, I was not on site for this event.
Yeah, you do all the work, to set it up though. So yeah, we'll give you credit as well.
I appreciate it.
But good stuff going on in the community, and we're really excited. Look forward to spring, and we're just coming out with we're renaming one of our races. And Justin, go ahead, buddy. That was your idea, so we'll let it roll.
What, the next one?
Yeah.
Yep. Shamrock and Roll, formerly the Spring Forward. I think with this one, a little more of a holiday theme. We're gonna have green race shirts. Everybody will be in green, and possibly a rock band at the finish line. So stay tuned for that.
Nice.
Shamrock and Roll.
Yep.
Here we go. 3K.
3K. Yeah. 1.8 miles around.
Get everybody out of their winter blues.
We're not gonna hit you with the 3 miler right off the bat. Ease back into it with the 3K.
There we go.
Yep.
And Joe, I'm excited. You're gonna be involved with this one, walking it.
Oh, I am?
Making a comeback. Joe's making a comeback, everybody. It's live. You're the first to hear it. Joe is on the comeback trail.
It's so fresh. The news is so fresh, I haven't even heard it.
Anyway, all right. Joe might not be there. But, all right, so this gets going today. The interesting talking stuff. And again, we did not have our pre-production meeting, so this is all fresh. But I'm really excited about the second one. But we'll get to that. So just know there's a good second one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or interesting,
yeah.
So Paramount Plus, give us some news on that.
No, are you guys hearing me okay? Because I can't hear myself.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, well, as long as you can hear me, we're good. So Paramount Plus.
Can you normally hear yourself?
Sometimes I can. Oh, there we go. Justin, you're the man.
Okay.
Perfect.
Justin turned you down. He's like,
Yeah.
you have nothing interesting to say. We're gonna turn you down.
Now, can you turn my ears down a little bit?
But he only turned you down. You notice that? He didn't
Yeah.
want you to hear yourself.
Yeah. Ah, perfect. There we go.
But
Perfect.
yeah,
Thank you, sir.
We can still hear each other. Somehow you ended up out of the loop.
Well, I just
don't
didn't
know
want an entire show of just watching me my mouth move and then hear you two and then just
why. We didn't want to hear what the real guy with real information had to say anyway. We want to hear all the crap Justin and I spewed.
I just don't want to go back and try to dub it over because it just won't work out well.
You know, I included you in that.
He just kind of slid you under the bus like that.
Well, I mean, I put him in there with me, but I know the reality is nobody wants to hear what I have to say. 'Cause I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just here to add some, color and commentary here and there, and press the go button.
There you go.
I'm like the monkey in the spaceship. I can press the button. Justin gives me the nod, and I press the button. My duties are done.
Yeah.
I can walk away. I'm like, all right.
You're good for almost another hour.
Mumble some stuff here and there. Otherwise, let the people that know what's going on talk.
So
so
Justin?
Yep.
Nobody denied that. That's what gets me. You both are like, yeah, that's right. At least he knows his place. He knows his job.
Yeah,
Got
he
one
knows
job.
it well.
I don't even know if I know it very well, but I know. That's the important thing.
Well, Justin, I did not fair warn you, sir, but get your telethon buckets ready.
Okay.
Oh no.
Paramount Plus is to raise subscription prices as it merges with Showtime.
It's a recurring theme on this show, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Alright, just making sure we had sound.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous there. I hate to do a whole show and just everybody's mouth, but there's nothing going. So I figured I better check.
So Paramount Global plans on hiking the streaming service's monthly subscription rate in the near future due to its combination with Showtime, executives said last Thursday during an earnings call. The news comes a few weeks after the company announced the Paramount Plus and Showtime integration. But even if you're subscribed to Paramount Plus's ad-supported tier, which won't include Showtime, you'll still see a hike in your bill. With the increase, the price of Paramount Plus premium tier with Showtime will jump from $9.99 to $11.99 per month, while the essential tier without Showtime will go from $4.99 a month to $5.99 per month. Executives said the prices will change when Paramount Plus with Showtime launches early in the third quarter of this year. Currently, Paramount Plus and Showtime bundle starts at $11.99 per month. The company expects to see a reduction in total subscribers as Paramount Plus and Show combine. Really? You put them together and you raise the price and you expect people to cancel your service. What a shocker.
Well, so they only had a revenue of $7.45 billion this past quarter. So, 7.45 billion.
Yeah.
That's not enough revenue to make things happen.
They're just hemorrhaging money.
Yeah, Justin, 765,
Yeah.
309. That's
Yeah,
not
they
what
probably
it is.
were projecting they wanted 9 or something and 7 point. They're like, oh man, only 7.5.
Yeah.
That's just not
There's-
not hitting the numbers we need to
There
hit.
goes the third yacht.
Yeah.
Darn it.
They're like, come on now, we're global. That means we need to make more.
That's right.
No, we don't need single-digit billions. We need double-digit billions.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But
It
now,
seems to be happening a lot, and I'll throw this out there too. Shell just made their record profits again. For like the second year in a row, these oil companies and gas companies are making massive profits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only saying that because I got gas this morning. I was a little bit perturbed.
50 plus bucks.
Oh yeah, it's craziness. Gas
Used
prices
to
went
be-
back up, and nobody really said anything.
Back in
No
my
one
day,
said
it was 20 bucks.
anything.
Easy fill up.
When
Yeah.
I was in college, I was getting diesel for $1,
Mhm.
99 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like 5 something. I don't have a diesel vehicle anymore, but I know it's high.
I was gonna say I remember seeing a commercial back probably about the time he was in college.
Mm-hmm.
Channel 8 News doing a promo of rising gas prices. When will it stop? And the gas station showed like 79, 89, 99 cents.
Yeah,
So
isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now it's back up. It's like 350, 349. I'm like, what's going on here? Why we got to gouge the people that are going to work and stuff?
Well, because how else are you going to report record profits if you don't raise gas
I
prices?
know. Record profits like 39 billion.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, jeez Louise. But everybody just keeps grinding it out, saying, oh, well, you know. I remember the days when it was $2.89.
Yeah.
I'm like, what in the world? Anyway, sorry,
Yep.
back to Paramount Plus.
I've heard people talk, well about Paramount Plus. That they've got some decent content that some of my friends watch, like Mayor of Kingstown. They like that show a lot, and seems like they have plenty of family content on there as well.
Yeah, their movie selection's pretty good. Now, we're sitting here joking and raking Paramount Plus over the coals for raising their rates.
Oh, yeah.
But to be fair, at least this is a justified one. They're adding content to the...
Right.
That's better than whoever we talked about last time that removed MLB baseball and then...
Yeah, that raised the prices and took it away.
Yeah.
I think it was YouTube TV, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it was
Bloody
YouTube
brilliant.
TV. Yeah. Yeah, let's take stuff away and raise prices.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, they're gonna love this.
People.
So Showtime, I guess, wasn't doing too hot and basically needed somebody to take them over, or what?
Well, I think since Paramount owns both entities, they go, you know what? Why don't we put them together and save a little bit of money?
They've been together for a while.
I think
they
so.
both Paramount's owned Showtime.
Interesting.
Didn't Showtime used to be its own
Yeah,
thing?
it used to be, yeah.
Bloody brilliant. There's always that one person. Look at how much havoc that one person's wreaking on everything.
Oh, yeah.
How many of those persons are there, you think? I mean, these are a lot of big corporations.
Obviously too many.
But you think there's like 50 of them out there, 100, and they just wander around. Hey, I can help you out. You put me in this meeting, I can make some stuff happen.
Yeah.
And then they just sit in the back, and then somebody throws out a crazy idea. Bloody brilliant!
Yeah.
This is the way. This is the moment I've been waiting on. I will make an impact in this company.
Yeah. For the good, bad, or indifferent, it will
It doesn't
be.
matter. There's gonna be an impact. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paramount Plus. They got it. They got somebody.
Yes.
They got one of the 50. Although this may not be that situation. It's not. You're right. At least they're adding content with the price raise,
Right.
rather than going the other way.
Right.
So
Although they still get a little rake over the coal because they are increasing the price of their essential plan by $1, and you're still not getting anything and ads.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're going to make revenue from the ads and charge you a little more.
Yeah. So they're not completely in the clear on this one.
I gotcha.
I got a quick story that'll get you guys fired up, I think, unless you want to talk about any more Paramount stuff, Joe.
No, that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, there's a story that Gen Z purchasers of iPhones are a key to their growth. iPhone went from 35% of the market share in 2019 to 50% in 2022. Have to assume that a huge chunk of that came from Gen Z buyers. The main reason being, kids do not want to be known as the Android user who gets the green bubble that pops up when you text people.
You know,
Well, that just falls right in line with everything else they do. Their music is garbage.
yeah. I think too, though, part of it's FaceTime.
Yeah.
And that you can message without service
Mm-hmm.
through Wi-Fi or whatever.
Right.
You know, which is kind of weird because you can do that on Android through Messenger anyway.
Right.
And you can do the duo video through Android anyway.
Right.
But they don't get that. They're just like, no.
I have to be the blue dot.
We're exclusive.
Yeah.
Because we can, FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because FaceTime sounds much better than
Duo.
Yeah,
It does the same thing, but
yeah. We can FaceTime, man, and we can message each other outside of texting,
yeah.
or Snapchat, or Messenger, or
Yeah.
any other host.
Yeah, and the 30 other apps you can do it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how my daughter and I had this talk because she has iPhone. She's like, oh, it's just better. I'm like,
Dave, I
"Really?"
thought you raised your kids better.
Me too. Trust me, it's a whole thing.
You can only do so much, can't you?
But well, here's the funny part. So her phone, she's like, your camera stinks. This iPhone camera's the best ever. Well, her phone broke. We had to take a couple months to get it fixed.
Yeah.
Well, you fixed it. In the meantime, she used my old Android
Right.
that I just kept as a spare.
Yeah.
And then when she got her iPhone back, she's like, man, that Android phone camera's better. I was like,
Really?
Well, don't worry. In 2 years, your phone might catch up with 4 years ago's
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, catch up with that one. Not
Yeah,
my current one, but
yeah,
that other
yeah.
one, yes.
She's like, man, and does better video. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. I swear, these kids.
There's still a little hope yet. At least she was.
I'm surprised she
acknowledged
admitted it.
Yeah.
I figured she'd just go on, but she's like, man, Apple iPhone camera's just not as good. Yeah.
Well, while we're bashing Apple, Justin, do you want to
Yeah,
talk
Justin.
about the story that you sent Dave and I yesterday?
You sent us a story?
Sure.
I missed it.
There was an auction recently for
Oh, okay, yeah.
a first generation iPhone that some person out there paid $63,000 for.
For a phone?
Yep.
An old iPhone?
Yep.
Wow.
So, and my immediate reaction was, a fool and his money are soon departed.
I assume it was like factory sealed as mint condition or something, but
Yeah,
still.
had to be.
It's like, hey, check out this phone. In its day, it was still 2 years behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, phone from 2007, sealed,
2007. Wow.
sold for $63,000.
Wow.
What would you do? I mean, someone comes over, you're like, hey, check that out.
Set it on the shelf
Yeah.
and be like, look it.
Is that a first generation? Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
Factory sealed.
Wow.
Don't touch it. You can't look at it. You can't play with it. You can just look at it.
No, I want to hear, like, they're going to get the thing insured. I want to hear their
Yeah.
discussion with the insurance agent. So I want to insure my phone. Okay, let's see it. And then they whip out that box and sit on the counter and going, okay, what's that?
You can't trade it in. We'll give you $1.
Yeah.
It's one of those dollar trade-ins, maybe.
Yeah.
Even that sketch.
But I paid $63,000. Okay, that was $62,999 more than what it's worth.
Yeah. So next story, I'm curious about this one. I haven't heard anything about this deal forever. Angry Birds.
Yeah. So this is
How does Angry Birds get on the board?
here's how it happens.
All right.
So the original Angry Birds is soon being delisted from Google Play stores and being renamed in the Apple App Store.
So they're taking it from Google and putting it over in Apple.
No, they're taking it away from Google and changing the name in Apple.
Ah,
Yeah, they're like trying to bury this thing.
why?
Here's why. So if you want to get the classic Angry Birds from Google Play, the version that costs just $1 and doesn't bug you and annoy you with microtransactions, you better get it quick. The Rovio Classics Angry Birds, a rebuilt version of the original mobile game, will be removed from Google's App Store on Thursday due to, quote, the game's impact on our wider games portfolio, end quote, developer Rovio announced last Tuesday. Oddly, the App Store version will still be available, though Rovio's plan is to change the name to Red's First Flight. So here's my thoughts on this.
Yeah, I have questions, but go ahead.
This was the very first game that made Angry Birds a thing. You could buy it for $1.
Right.
And once you bought it, you owned it, and they didn't beat you over the head with all these, hey, buy this add-on for 99 cents, buy these extra whatevers for 50 cents.
Right.
I think Rovio, the company behind Angry Birds, goes, you know what? We've lost enough money on that. We're making way more money on these other ones, just beating people over the head with ads and all these little buy this, buy that. Let's just go ahead and just end this and be done with it.
Well, they made a movie and stuff off of it, right?
They've made 2 movies.
So how could they be losing money? I mean, if you can do those kind of activities.
Well, it's one of those, keep this one app that's making us 10,000, or take this other one that we can beat people over the head with and make 20,000.
Yeah, so they're just not making enough. Then,
Yeah.
I think. Interesting. I don't know that I've played Angry Birds.
Really?
I wouldn't have paid for it. I don't pay for games. So that makes me think I have not.
Okay.
But I haven't seen much out of them lately, though. I knew they did the movies.
Right.
I thought they did one, but anyway, you see how much I pay attention to it.
Well, see,
You guys play Angry Birds?
I haven't played an Angry Birds in a long time, but I did go buy the 99 cent yesterday and download it on my phone just so I can say I have it.
So you have it?
Yeah.
For safekeeping?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, get it out. Let's play it. Pass your phone over here. Let's do this.
All right.
Do a little test run on Angry Birds.
That just shocks me, David. You've never played Angry Birds.
Well, I refuse to pay for games.
Okay.
I mean, they're not that valuable to me.
Do you put them in a slingshot and pull back and shoot them pretty
Yep.
much?
And you knock down
Hold on.
buildings.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
I
pigs.
just agreed to everything, by the way.
I don't care.
I didn't even read it. Just so you know.
Bunch of pigs that you're going against or something.
Yeah, you're
You
going.
didn't even play it yet.
Evil pigs.
Well, no, I told you I just downloaded it so I could have it.
Well, I figured you'd play it a little bit. Okay. Angry Birds. So what do? I got 2 birds there. What happens?
You pull the slingshot back and you launch them into the.
Boom. Done, Joe.
There you go.
Level 1, complete in 1 shot.
There you go. And then as it gets harder and the buildings get bigger from there, and they give you different birds that do different things.
Awesome.
But I am shocked that
I got 3.
like this is literally your first exposure of Angry Birds.
And I did awesome.
Yeah.
On level 1, stage 1, 3 stars, baby.
There you go.
He's a natural.
Somebody loan me 99 cents so I can download this game and continue my dominance of Angry Birds. That's a little Dwight short for you. Oh, I can't say it. Shriek. Dwight Shriek. Continue my dominance.
There you go.
My goal for the day is complete. Win at something. Level 1, stage 1, Angry Birds. Check.
There, you can go ahead and go home for the day now, Dave.
Thank you,
You
Joe.
can leave. You can leave on a high note.
Kick your feet
That's
up.
the extent of my work day. What'd you get accomplished today? I won an Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Stage 1, level 1. That's right, baby.
So if you're like Dave and you're like one of the like 30 people that have not played the original Angry Birds, you better jump on the bandwagon now while you still can.
Well, unless you have Apple, right? If you have Apple, you can.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
Yeah, well, you can still find it, but
Still find it.
they've changed the name to Red's First Flight, so like basically trying to bury it.
That's so weird.
I was gonna say, who comes up there? Red's First Flight. Bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's try to make it super lame.
That person's showing up everywhere.
Exactly. I think it's probably one of those where like Google doesn't care, like do what you want, kind of
Yeah, still though.
shoot
Put a little
yourself
more
in
effort than that.
shoot yourself in the foot.
Red's
but
First Flight.
Apple's probably a little hard nosed, like no, you can't just take that stuff away. People's had forever.
Mhm.
So then they'll go, okay, well fine, we'll keep it, but we're gonna change the name where nobody can find it.
For Apple, it's like, it's one of our best sellers. Are you kidding me? It's the only thing on this iPhone that works.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of money that's made, in add-ons to games, I mean, it's right astronomical.
Yeah, it's just ludicrous.
It's not just the
I heard something.
selling a game anymore. It's all the extra outfits you can get. So.
They were talking about air travel on NPR this morning. And the tickets, they're keeping tickets low because they hit you with all the add-ons. Like the extra bag, the overweight bag,
Choose your
choosing
seat. Yep.
Yeah, all that stuff is like a multi-billion-dollar, like $30 billion business for them.
Yeah.
So the tickets themselves aren't a big deal.
No.
And that all started on accident. They were like, okay, the more the plane weighs, the more fuel we use. So therefore, let's charge people to deter them from bringing extra bags, bringing overweight bags, and so
Right.
forth. And then they're like, wait a minute, this is a huge side business. So they keep running with it.
So let's double down.
Yeah, it's crazy. And people are okay with it because their flight is cheaper.
Yeah.
Or the ticket is cheaper.
Or it appears to be.
No, it is. I mean, we flew to Arizona, and that's the reason we did it with a backpack and a carry-on. Because they didn't have to pay the $50 for an extra bag.
Right. Well, I was gonna say it appears to be
Yeah,
cheaper
I see what you're
because
saying,
because
I mean, you can still, if you're frugal, you can still keep
Yeah,
the ticket
right.
low. But
right.
if you're going on like a big vacation, it requires bags and stuff. Then
Yeah. They
just-
get
it
you.
appears to be. Oh, my ticket's only $100, but
But I
Well,
had to spend $300.
yeah, $50 each way for a bag. That adds another $100 easy.
Yeah, and that's just for you. That's not including anybody else traveling with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So anyway, interesting stuff. Angry Birds,
Mm-hmm.
or what was it? Red's First Flight.
Yeah.
What a terrible name.
Oh man.
Somebody track that cat down and fire him.
I don't know why.
Or at least smack him with Joe's fishing rod.
Yeah, yeah, the real flexible part.
Just get him in a corner. Listen, you deserve this. It's okay. We both will feel better. Trust
Yeah, or at least one of us will.
me. Just wear him out. I know, you're right. I could have came up with something so much better. I'm sorry.
Okay, admitting the problem, that's the first step to recovery.
2 less wax for you.
Yeah.
We'll slow down the tempo.
And then the guy beside him, Yeah, I learned about this too. Nobody likes a copycat.
Joe's got this whole behavioral plan in place.
Yeah.
I can't wait until he's in a meeting and it's going to be like, wait a minute, who is this guy? Why is he beating people? Never mind, I think it's working.
Yeah.
Bloody brilliant! Ooh, you're next.
I told you guys, if anybody jumps on this idea, all three of us are going. I'm not letting you guys out on this.
I'll more than happy video how this deal goes down.
Yeah.
Like, get him, Joe. There's the green light.
Yeah.
That cat has his hand raised. Teach him. You know, somebody somewhere's probably listening to this and be like, man, that is a good idea. Who's this Joe guy? How do we get him here?
But full disclaimer, if like somebody in the news shows up next week for being arrested for like taking a fishing rod into a board meeting, we're not responsible. We take no responsibility. This is for entertainment purposes only.
I don't know. I might take responsibility. And be like, yeah,
That was me.
we're problem solvers right here. We accomplished nothing today, but that, I'm good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You could license that. Start selling it.
Yeah.
Just
we will
corrective
sell you
action.
a fishing rod tip, and you can feel free to provide some correctional behaviorism.
There you go.
Anyway, all right. Forget the last one.
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
We
Yeah,
love
this is always
Microsoft.
great because we use Microsoft.
Yeah, we love
Well, I think you guys are safe. Some of my, a couple of my clients may not be, but
Oh boy.
that kind of falls into my tip of the week. So,
Okay.
Microsoft is finally taking Internet Explorer and giving it the old Yeller treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So, Microsoft permanently disables the original Internet Explorer browser in its on most versions of Windows 10. So, on Tuesday, Microsoft confirmed that the company permanently disabled the out-of-support Internet Explorer 11 desktop app on certain versions of Windows 10 through a Microsoft Edge update. Microsoft started redirecting those who were trying to open familiar application to the company's most recent browser, Microsoft Edge, last June when Microsoft retired the browser. Now, they say, quote, all remaining consumer and commercial devices that were not already redirected from IE11 to Microsoft Edge were redirected with Tuesday's Microsoft Edge update. Microsoft wrote on Tuesday, claiming users will be unable to reverse the change, end quote. So, but there is an Internet Explorer mode, or they call IE mode, which we'll talk about that in this week's tip of the week. But if you are a user that either one, still liked Microsoft Internet Explorer, or two, had to use it for certain websites, your goose is cooked.
Really?
But Edge is still a thing?
Yeah, Edge is still a thing. Yeah, Microsoft, well,
I agree
I had
with
to
Justin.
check.
I never heard of it. I mean,
I had to check because I don't know.
it's still Edge.
yeah, so here's what they did.
Is this like Bing? I know. What's the other one? Firefox.
Yeah, Chrome
Chrome.
and Firefox. So here's what Microsoft did. They came out with Edge, and it was a bigger garbage heap than Internet Explorer, which I didn't think was possible. They proved me wrong. But then they stepped back and reformulated it, and basically you're using an open source version of Google Chrome called Chromium, and that's what the current version of Microsoft Edge is almost a clone of Google Chrome. So Microsoft goes, hey, we can't make a browser worth a lick. Why don't we just copy somebody else?
Yeah.
And it worked.
Nice. Okay. Somebody, in that meeting did a good job.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that one person said, hey, I got an idea. That was an actual bloody brilliant idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's stop trying to do this ourselves.
Yeah, because obviously we can't do it.
Yeah.
But I know I've had a couple of customers, at least one of them does business with a $1 billion corporation that their software, last kind I have not updated their software that still requires Internet Explorer. And I'm going, really?
Yeah, I've seen that on a couple of things too. It's with the State Department.
Yeah.
It's really messed up. But I mean, the State Department in West Virginia is behind.
I'm going to say that's
decades,
the
so-
state. Did you see that I'm not like in
You're
shock
not
and
shocked by
awe?
that?
Yeah.
I can't imagine. But I'm like, because we had some issues, and I called them, and I'm like, hey, this isn't working. And they're like, hold on, let's talk to our IT guy. He's like, oh yeah, you gotta use Internet Explorer. Like, you gotta be kidding me, really? West Virginia. Well, I would say West Virginia Department of Education, but either way, whoever it is, the state of West Virginia can't upgrade a little bit. Come on now. can't fill a pothole either, so, you know.
Well, there you go.
Although I love our local road guys in Roane County. They're awesome. They get out and they work hard. But man, as a state, across the board, our roads are rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like how they do we have a surplus. The roads are garbage, but we have a surplus.
Yeah,
If the roads are garbage, you don't have a surplus. I'm sorry.
We're not going to spend it on that.
No.
Infrastructure is not going to get any attention, nor is education. But you know. Yeah. Anyway.
So,
I forget what we were talking about now.
Internet
Microsoft.
Explorer, yeah.
There you go.
Internet Explorer getting the old yeller treatment. So, are you guys ready for the tip of the week?
Mm-hmm.
Tip of the week.
So, if you have to have Internet Explorer to operate a website, I do have some good news. Edge does have an Internet Explorer mode, and I'm going to talk about how you can find that. So, if you have a website that requires Internet Explorer because the IT department for that company or organization goes, I don't really want to put forth that effort to upgrade, or the company's being a knucklehead and going, well, we just spent money on that 10 years ago. Why can't it still works, right? Well, no. Well, fix it.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah. So if you still need Internet Explorer mode, here's how to find it. So open up Microsoft Edge on Windows 10. And this also works on Windows 11. I just tested it on my laptop here.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to Settings, and then once you go to Settings, on the left side there, you'll see a heading at the top that says Settings, and you'll see 3 little lines. So you'll click that, and that'll be an extra options. And you want to go down to Default Browser. And once you click that, you'll see it says Internet Explorer Compatibility. And then it says Make Legacy Sites Work in Microsoft Edge. And then under that section, you want to turn on Allow Sites to be reloaded in Internet Explorer mode. Turn that on, and then close your browser out and turn it back on, and open the browser back up. And then you'll see a button now across the top there, but just past where you type in google.com or your internet address. And it's a little box with the Internet Explorer icon in the middle of, or in it. You click that, and now that will take any website that you need, and it'll flip it back. If it doesn't work in Edge, you can push that button. It'll reload it in Internet Explorer settings.
Okay.
That'll make it compatible.
All right.
So Dave, if you run into that issue, there you go.
You know, I wasn't even paying attention. I just call you.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Joe, I don't know what's going on here, but I remember you going over some directions. I forgot them. Just remote in and take care of it.
Yeah.
Because you're the greatest.
Well, why don't I do this, Dave? I'm just going to go ahead and turn those settings on for you while we're sitting here talking. And then that way, I don't have to at least turn the button on. The button already be there.
I'm good like that.
And then when you call me and I go, there's a button, Justin go, I told you, Joe told you that you already put it on there.
He presses the button. That's his only job. Let's keep it simple.
Press the button.
So yeah, so
Got it.
Justin can hear the conversation, and Dave looks over, just sitting over polishing a fishing pole. Just waiting on, oh, nothing.
Preparing. I knew this day would come.
Yeah. Didn't realize it was coming this soon.
Yeah,
but.
yeah, I wasn't ready. I didn't have everything shined up yet. It's gonna be good though. Hang on. Oh boy. Anyway.
But that is this week's tip of the week. If you have, if you still have a need for Microsoft Internet Explorer,
Mm-hmm.
we have you taken care of. We have an options.
I don't think I have that need.
You
Maybe. I don't know.
well, you
I
said
only
state.
do, I only do that once a year though, and surely by now they've upgraded. But you know what? Probably not.
I was going to
I
say
see the look on your
giving them
face.
that
I'm
much.
like, yeah, never mind.
I'm going to say you're really giving them that much faith.
Yeah, Justin walked me a couple times just to get my head back in the right game here.
Justin, he's thinking again.
He's looking for the best in the situation, and
Yeah.
it's the Department of Ed.
Yeah.
Just not having it.
Yeah, he'll sit there and bash him like there's no tomorrow, but then he still tries to give him an out. Like, really?
Yeah, I know. It's craziness. Anyway, tip of the week. All right. protect yourself, people.
I know it's not groundbreaking news, but
Yeah.
Well, if for something important you need to do and the website you're dealing with has this issue, then yeah, definitely a good tip.
Yeah, yeah, and that does happen. Not very often to us, or at least for me.
It used to happen a lot more.
Yeah.
Starting to come
4 or
around.
5 years ago, I can
Yeah.
remember it was an uphill battle.
Yeah.
What is going on?
yeah, a lot of companies decide, you know what? If we update our stuff, we get a lot less calls and a lot less
Yeah,
aggravation. But there's still some of them that.
That's. I still distinctly remember one of the phone calls because I was like, "Listen, this cannot be that hard to fix." And you're like, "Well, all you got to do is use this browser."
Yeah.
Again, this cannot be that hard to fix. Let me talk to the person that can fix it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, he doesn't like to take phone calls." I'm like, "I feel like this is important." And they put me through to him. He's like, yeah, well, we just put it on that platform. What, that's just what we did. I was like, well, undo it.
Yeah.
Let's make some better decisions here. Talk to somebody that actually uses these programs, and we'll help you. I said, we have an advisory council. We can help you.
Yeah.
Love to help you. So at the next training we had, guess who was there? That guy. He was not happy. He's like, let's go over what we need to fix and change. And my guy, hands got raised. Everybody across the board, and we're just like, oh boy, this is going to be a long session for this cat.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you know what you did, right? You met the person, the bloody brilliant guy.
Well, we caused him a nervous breakdown. He quit. I kid you not. Like 3 months later, they're like, all right, we got a new IT person that's working on this. They're going to try to pick up where they left off, and all they did was make it worse. I'm like, what just happened? Why is it so hard to figure out how to input data? I mean, we're just putting in, kid showed up, kid didn't show up type stuff. It's not super complicated.
Yeah.
Boy, did it ever get complicated. But we have Logan. Now, not everybody has a Logan. But
Yeah.
I will say this. We have Logan.
I will say I've seen him
Yeah.
working on it when I come in and out of the office, and
Yeah.
I've heard you guys sing his praises. Like he knows the system better than the state does, which
Yeah, because they keep firing or losing the guy that's like, you know what, hell with this. I don't need this headache. I'll go work somewhere else. And so the next person that comes in doesn't know what's going on and has to muddle through the dirty water of, what am I doing here? What's this thing? How's it work? And then they call us. And they're like, hey, we need to talk to Logan.
seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Logan knows more than anybody about it.
Well, Logan's going to work himself into a job if he's not careful. The state may hire
I mean,
him.
he has a job.
I know, but the state may go, hey, can you come down here for
Well,
like a truckload of money and
That's
fix
the
this?
problem. No, they never fix problems like that.
Makes too much sense.
They don't want to pay people what they're worth, so,
Well, yeah.
I mean, look at teachers today.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
So, we can't pay teachers, even though we're 9,000 teachers short in West Virginia. Let's not pay them.
Yeah.
Or give them decent benefits.
Yeah, let's lower the qualifications.
Yeah.
That'll fix the problem.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Of course, now it's getting more interesting. I don't know if anybody's heard, but there's a knucklehead down in, so this will be my soapbox for the day. There's a knucklehead trying to pass the bill for the 4th time to allow firearms on college campuses and in dorms and stuff. And I'm like, what in the world? That's what you need is an 18, 19-year-old that's drunk or mad about whatever with a firearm on a college campus. And I'm like, here's my thing. You pass whatever law you want, but it has to be applicable to yourself. So the day that our Senate and House has firearms allowed in the Capitol building, then they can tell everybody else you can have firearms around kids.
Yeah.
Until then, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah. The old those apply to thee and not to me.
Oh yeah. Well, an example they used was 2007 Virginia Tech shooter, who was a guy up in a bell tower, if I remember correctly.
No, he was running around on campus.
Was he running around?
Building to building, yeah.
Did he start in a bell tower?
I thought that was in Texas somewhere, that bell tower.
Right, anyway, so they're like, yeah, if students had guns, think about all the people they'd save. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a net zero. How many people would have gotten shot inadvertently?
Yeah.
Or in a drunken rage or a fight over a boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Before that happened, and they're like, you want to save one incident of 32 people, maybe, versus all the deaths that would occur since then. And this was followed up by a person on the other end of the spectrum that said, hey, listen, we have like 60 some days into the year, and we've already had 67 mass shootings, which was more than what we had. And don't get me wrong, I have guns. I
Right.
hunt like nobody's business.
Right.
Love it. But on a college campus, I'm not for that. There's
No.
too many knuckleheads. I mean,
Yeah.
my son's a knucklehead college kid, and trust me, I don't want him having a gun. I don't want him having a balloon launcher or fireworks,
Yeah.
much less a firearm. Come on. Trust him with a slingshot.
I was gonna say you don't trust him with a T-shirt gun, much less an actual firearm.
I'm just thinking, let's go real simple, a slingshot.
Yeah.
Kale does not need a slingshot on campus. Just saying.
Or in general.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things, but, you give an 18-year-old a firearm, and what would we have done? Back in our day, I'd been like, hey, we won the football game. Let's go fire off a couple rounds. Woo!
Yeah.
It'd be like one of those cities down in South America where like, let's celebrate! And
Yeah.
they start shooting into the air.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what goes up must come down.
Oh, yeah. But, just anyway.
Yeah, and see, that's like the least amount of damage that can happen. Like, yeah, you just fire a couple rounds up in the air.
Celebrate.
Yeah, celebratory rounds, and again, what goes up must come down. So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
collateral damage from that.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's the least that can happen.
we had one of those little mini cannons for a little while. I kid you not. It was fun. But you shoot one of those babies off at 2 a.m, it causes a little bit of repercussion.
A little bit.
Police roll in, heavy police. They're like, what just exploded? Like, what? Who, us? Why are you asking us?
Yeah.
Just because there's, 5 or 6 guys standing around out in the street doesn't mean that we had anything to do with that.
And there's smoke rolling out of the barrel of the cannon.
Yeah. We learned quick. Shoot it and then go hide.
Yeah.
Nothing like a little boom going off and, Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's why you don't give stuff like that to kids.
Yeah, the lesson's not, do it in a more appropriate time or place. Do it and hide.
Anyway, from personal experience, I know that's a bad idea. Don't ask me about
Yeah.
it. Anyway. Okay, anyway, soapbox for that. All right, so Paramount Plus, Angry Birds turning into the red-winged wonder.
I like that better.
There you go.
Yep.
What was it called?
Red's first flight.
Red's first flight.
Anyway, gosh.
Doesn't even make sense.
No.
And then
Definitely not his first flight.
Microsoft. And then tip of the week. That's
Yeah.
a good tip of the week.
Mm-hmm.
That'll help some people out. So that's what I like about this show, Joe. You, A&M Digital Technologies here, local business, helping out everybody, technology news and information they need to know. So if anybody has any questions,
Yes.
how do they get a hold of you, Joe?
You can give us a call at our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltech.com. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at AM Digital Tech for all that. And be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Help Desk with Joe and Dave. We're on all the major platforms, and all of our episodes are hosted by Anchor.fm.
There we go. So this week's show, in the books.
Yep.
It's a rainy day out, but by golly, good weather's coming, at least until our first fun run walk of the year, and then it'll be hurricane season. And
Monsoon and all the above.
Yeah, because that's how Justin rolls.
Quentin
All right.
picked this one. I'm going to blame him.
It's Quentin's fault. Anyway, a lot of good stuff going on. We appreciate everything A&M Technologies does with Joe and Cena behind the scenes, keeping everything rolling here at the Patch offices. And I finally got a new computer after 6 or 7 years that is not giving me fits. They're smooth like
Well, I was going to
butter.
say, now, to be fair, you finally cut loose on the funding to make that possible. I wasn't sitting there going, ha, 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 I'll make Dave suffer.
I know. It's one of those things. I hate to spend money on stuff like that, but gosh, what a game changer. My
Yes.
computer, just so everybody knows, I'm complaining because my computer would randomly shut off, and then the internet would shut off and not come back on until I'd turn the computer back off and turn it back on. So it's just this wicked cycle of on and off, on and off.
Mm-hmm.
But now, to be fair, I give you grief on that, but... And
Were
to...
you doing it on purpose, Joe?
No.
Okay.
That's not where I'm going. To be fair, though, as far as a funding standpoint goes, nobody can ever say that money was wastefully spent.
Oh gosh, yeah. Denise is like a hawk on this stuff. She pays attention to every penny. Nobody spends a penny without going through Denise. And
Right.
She's a very good buffer for, hey, listen, we get calls all the time. They're like, we should buy this. And I always hear Denise, no, I'm sorry, that's not in the budget. And no, you can't talk to Dave because it's not in the budget.
See, Denise is your built-in fishing rod.
Yeah, I agree. She does a heck of a good job too, because like I say, very, very.
Because somebody goes, hey, I got an idea, and they're waiting on Dave to go, bloody brilliant,
Yeah.
and Denise is like, no,
Well,
no, you're not talking to Dave, and Dave, you're not going to say bloody brilliant.
And poor Bree Deal, who's worked for us and does an outstanding job. She was piecing together board games, so much so, it was crazy. We were like, all right, listen, we just got to break down and buy new board games because we do a lot of board game classes across the board at all our sites. It's one of those things. Have kids do hands-on activities, socialize with it, and learn the basics of playing board games. There's a lot of social, emotional, behavioral aspects to that we just love.
Right.
Bree had limped along these board games. Bree's worked for us for like 8 years, and now she's full time. But it's one of those things where she was take two. Sorry games and get enough pieces to make one.
Right.
And the boxes duct taped together and just. So Denise all right, fine. We just got to break down and buy new board games. It's like, all right.
Yeah, Bree has 2 pieces of Sorry and Army Man.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how she's piecing all that together. But she had the summer crew doing it this summer, and I walked in there and I was like, what are we doing here? It's bad news when we can't afford a $10 board game that we use 30 weeks out of the year. But anyway. Make those pennies count. So.
That's right.
All right, another good show. Help Desk with Joe, as always. Justin and Joe delivering good information based around technology for the community and the world out there, out on the web, on the interweb.
On the Google.
Yeah, on the Google. So we'll be back next week for more information, tips, and news. And if you need anything, you can contact Joe, of course. He loves it. Just call him
anytime of day.
Call about whatever. Figure out what the weather is. Hey, Joe, what's the weather going to be?
You don't ask Alexa. Ask Joe.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. and I got work tomorrow, and I need to know about the weather.
When's that bridge going to be done, Joe? That's what I asked him.
Yeah.
And I knew that. Didn't I?
Yeah. And a quick shout out to Andrew Miller, WBRC. Thank you so much for that crew, and Jane and Chloe Clarkson for, and of course Joe and Cena here for our basketball league that finished up.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a great league. And of course, Justin, you put in a lot of work there with Tom King, and Bree.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, yeah. Great community stuff. So now we're getting ready for spring soccer and baseball, softball, and good weather. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
But and our Fun Run Walk series is starting here in March with the Shamrock and Roll.
First race of the year. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, we'll be back with more. So enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next week.